Hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Brooke Akins, and on behalf of Q1 Productions, I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar and thank you for joining us. Today's webinar will focus on new expanded access developments at the FDA and beyond. We're very lucky to have Mr. David Farber, Ms. Lisa Dwyer, and Ms. Preeya Pinto with us today. They're all partners with King and Spalding, and they'll be addressing what manufacturers need to know regarding the FDA Form 3926. They'll be providing us with a greater understanding of the three categories for expanded access. And finally, we'll be discussing the designation and primary responsibilities for a point of contact. We're going to begin with David Farber today. David, good afternoon and welcome. The floor is yours.
Thanks very much, and good afternoon, everybody. Actually, I have to just add to Preeya's background because it wasn't mentioned, but Preeya served as the acting general counsel of HHS before she came back from the Justice Department to HHS, where she rose to acting general counsel of the entire department, which oversaw both FDA and CMS. It's noteworthy because, as you can tell from the bios, it's Preeya and Lisa that you should be listening to. I just sort of provide some color commentary along the way. But welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. So let me just introduce where we're going to go in the next 45 minutes. We have a lot of ground to cover. Hopefully we'll get there. We're going to start off with just what are the basics of expanded access, otherwise known as compassionate use. When we use those phrases, what do we mean? What are we talking about? Not only from a public relations and public perception perspective, but also from a regulatory perspective. Then we're going to address very briefly, why are we talking about this issue now? This is an issue that has really come back to the forefront of the life sciences world in the last 2 years. There are reasons for that. We'll go into those a little bit. Then talk a little bit about navigating the issues, both from a regulatory perspective, particularly Lisa updating us on some very recent changes at the FDA over the last few months, some new guidance, a new form, et cetera. And then we'll pivot to where do we go from here, what we can expect going off into the future, and other issues that arise. Again, we encourage you to submit questions. We will try answer them on the fly as we're moving through the presentation. If not, happy to follow up with you individually afterwards.
On behalf of Q1 Productions, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you'd like to see the full webinar presentation, please follow this link to add it to your cart. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please contact us at webinars@q1productions.com. Thank you.